actually just recorded like 15 minutes of this and did not realize that for some reason OBS once again reset all of my settings so that it wasn't recording any sound in the game or my mic. So I did just go ahead and fix that. So what happened while I was thinking I was recording, but I wasn't, I got them to Nordhaven. I put down this fish market. They got here last night. They ate. They went to sleep in their tent. And then she started selling. She did sell one piece of honey or one thing of honey, I believe it was for $18, 18 simoleons. And now, so I know it does work. And then I'm just hoping that more people will come through and buy some things. So hopefully we can make some sales and get some money in our pocket. But that's just where we are right now. Hopefully some more people come on in, guys. Come buy some stuff. And then Desiree did wake up in the middle of the night to go pee. Ooh, she's really hungry too. I'm hoping... Oh, I must have sold more than that because I had $5. So I must have sold a couple of pieces of honey and just not ordered the second one. How is Desiree? She's really hungry. Okay, I'm going to put some vegetables and fruit in her pocket for now. I'm hoping to get enough because we're at a fish market. So I'm hoping that I can get enough to have... Can she eat the honey? No, that makes sense. Babies shouldn't be eating honey. But I'm hoping to get them enough, her enough so she can buy some fish and then cook some fish for the baby to eat. Because I did cook some, I cooked 2 servings yesterday, but the second serving went missing. Oh, we sold something so expensive. What was it? Oh, it was the ring. Okay. It is so loud in my ear. Hopefully it's not loud on the recording. Okay. Okay, so I actually think I'm going to stop this because of how much we sold. That's going to be really good. Oh, maybe... Is she going to buy something? Okay, let's stop tending the table so she'll go away. Okay, so I'm going to have her pack these away. And then I'm going to have her go here and buy the daily catch. I could have her go and fish, but they're getting really hungry, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have her just buy 2 perch. And then we can go here. Let's see if it will let us grill the fish this time. Yeah, let's do some fried fish. And then we can get the baby fed and her fed at the same time. We'll see how that goes over. And both have a little bit of fish. I don't think the baby's going to really enjoy the fish, but it's the best option for us right now. So that's where we're at. Desiree, are you coming to eat? And I swear every single one of these towns is just raining all the time. I hate it so much. Okay, put that back away. Okay. So they're just going to have a nice meal together. Well, Elizabeth has already done eating, but they're just going to eat and sit in each other's presence. I can't believe I was recording for so long without... I need to remember to pay more attention to what I'm doing. Wait, what happened? Why'd she clear that out? I want you guys to interact with each other so Desiree can get her needs up. That'll get her attention up, and then she can play around with her toy to get her fun up, and then that'll be good. Oh, her attention goes up so fast, and then she'll play. Oh, she has fun doing that too. And then what do we have you do? Is there somewhere to fish around here? No. So I have to decide where they're going next. Now that they have money, they really don't have to stay here. So they can continue on, and that'll be fine. I think that they are going to probably leave this town though, because they are, like, the further they can get away from the docks, the faster they can get away, the better, because obviously the king was like lurking around all over the place before, so they would want to get as far from the being obvious where they are. So I think they could go down to Windenburg, or we could skip that and go to Henford on Bagley. It would be kind of interesting to have them go to Henford on Bagley, but thinking maybe we have them head to I don't think I want them to go too far, because like too fast, especially where it's raining. But maybe we could hit Windenburg next, because I'm not gonna have them go to Forgotten Hollow. That doesn't make sense. Or they could go the long way. We could say they traveled all the way through, all the way around Nordhaven, because Nordhaven is really long on this map. And then say that they popped into Ravenwood, and then they're going to travel down, briefly pass through Henford on Bagley, stay on the coast there, and then get the boat into Ondarion. Because that would mean just a couple days traveling through, but it would be nice to travel through Ravenwood, I mean, instead of, because I don't want to hit Forgotten Hollow, because the vampires are there and they're little freaks. But I also don't want them to stay here. Oh, well, they're gonna have to stay here another night now, because it's been so, it's already so late. It's way too late for them to keep going. So I think I'm gonna play through tonight, and then pause my recording and play through tonight, and then be back when they're ready to move in the morning. And probably after I put them in bed, I'm gonna go and find something to put down in, it's not Octavia, something to put down in Ravenwood for them to stay in next. Okay, I'm back. It's the next morning. Desiree's gonna get up and go pee. For some reason, she's gonna walk the long way around. I don't know. We'll give the kids some grace. She's a little weird. And then when she's done that, she can grab a serving of this. You can also get up and grab a serving. Where is she going? Hey, get out of my tent! Weirdo. Oh good, Elizabeth's afraid of the dark. That'll be good, because we're just going to be camping for the rest of this time, probably. So I went into Ravenwood, and I decided they're going to camp at the cemetery, because it's already there. And then when they go to Henford on Bagley, they're going to camp at the church where my Sims always get married. And then they'll catch the next boat to Ondarion, which will be another $500. So they do have to, that's why I'm not having them stop, because I'm going to roll. They could potentially lose some money. They'll have to do another yard sale. But if they don't get robbed on the way, they'll have enough money to get on the boat and still have a little bit left over. When they get there, I'm going to say that the king and queen are going to give her some money to get some land. That way they don't have to live like out on the street or anything. Not too much though, because they don't want it to be suspicious. I have also decided that what I'm going to do with Desiree's siblings is I am going to have it so that Ashton is married off, and then so that Corey is pawned off to a peasant family to live with. I am going to set up a family probably up in like the Mount Kohlrabi area. I'm going to say that that is the family that she's going to be married into. I'm probably going to set them up with a kid around her age. And the second she is a teenager, they will be married before, but she will be moving in to live with them before that. So as soon as I'll get that done at some point off screen and get her moved in with them. And then the second she ages up to a teenager, I'm going to go in and, well, the second I decide that she should be a teenager, I'm going to go in and marry them off, and she will lose her last name. She'll lose her claim to the throne, all of that, just because she's being forced into that. And then I will find a little peasant family for Corey to live with as well. Probably one in Gibby Point. But they're not going to be a peasant family when they take him, because the king is going to pay the family to take him, and then just pretend that he's always been theirs, to hide him from the kingdom. That way he can say, oh, he wandered off into a pond and drowned. That way Desiree will never have any idea that her brother was ever still alive. Because in her head, she's gonna be like, well, why would he lie about that? He has no reason to lie about that. It would just make him unlikable to the people. And then we'll maybe have it so that Ashton dies during childbirth, because she's going to be forced to marry very young, because in the rules that I'm following, teenhood starts at 12. They were not usually married off by then, But I'm going to say he needs to get rid of her, so he's going to do it. He doesn't care. And then they're going to do what married people were expected to do. And maybe she just doesn't make it because of that, because she's so young. But I'll have to see. I don't know if I actually want to bother killing her off, or if she just accepts that she won't ever have the throne, or if she like forgets about it, whatever. I haven't decided fully that, but I know that he is going to force her to get married off to someone which will mean that she loses her throne. She basically agrees to lose her throne without knowing that she's agreeing to that. So once Desiree is done, I will move them on to the next little town. But for now, she really does need to eat because she is not hanging up well. And it is... We've made it through quite a lot of... We have made it to 1282, so she's gonna age up into a child before they make it there. If I keep going so slow. So it'll be basically like they were on the road for 5 years. So I do want to get them there pretty quickly. I think one night in Ravenwood and then one night in Henford-on-Bagley. And then when I get them to Henford-on-Bagley, when I get them to Ondarian, so Monday we'll have them arrive in Ondarian. When I get them to Ondarian, I'm going to briefly put them into the household with the king and queen and her betrothed, just so that I have someplace to put them. Maybe not like move them in fully, but I'm gonna like get them into that house, and then when they're in that house and hanging out there, I'm gonna go back through, and I will at that point go and take care of the side household with King Ember and do what I want to do with the siblings there. But that I'd probably give that like its own episode of like introducing who they're going to be with and stuff. But I will be back once this is loaded in. Actually, while this is loading in, we can do the roll to see if they get attacked. Hold on or if they lose money. So I said 1 through 4 can be injuries. We aren't going to do... Oh, Delta, no. We aren't going to do deaths because that would ruin the whole Let's Play. But I did say we would do they lose money instead. So this is the D20. If I roll a 1 through 4, I have to then roll a D6 to see what percentage of their money they lose. Or I think one of them's injury, and we might do that too. Okay, they didn't lose any money, so they're good. I'll be back once we load into the next lot. Alright, so this is our next little stop. We're just gonna hang out here, not for very long. Just for the one night, they're gonna crash here, then they'll move on. Basically because I do need them to kind of rest. And it is too long for them to like actually travel through. I'll have her come and dig this. I am gonna say once she gets there, anything that she has in her pocket that is like money-wise, she can sell. Like she'll find a market and she'll sell it to someone. Let's have her come and teach this baby. Oh, she wants to go tell her ancestors how life is going. But like, be for real, none of your ancestors are in here, so that would be weird. I don't know what they're doing, whatever. There's like a funeral going on or something, yeah. Who died? You guys don't know them? They've been dead for so long they don't even have a name. Whatever, weirdos. Don't yell at me about grilled cheese. What is wrong with you? Oh, she's so stinky. Oh no, my stinky little baby. Are there sinks here she can clean her up in? Yes, okay, so she's gonna clean her up after this. There you go. There we go, and we're in. Let's go clean her up in the sink because she's a stinky, stinky girl. Okay, let's clean her up a couple of times, please. What are you afraid of? Stop it. Oh, one time got her all the way clean? That's crazy. And it also got our attention up pretty good. Yeah, her attention's full. Oh my goodness. We should have been doing this the whole time. Okay, you can also take a panicked poop and then wash your hands a few times. Okay, and the baby, she is... What? Her attention drops like that. I don't understand it because she was just in the green. And that should help her attention needs, so... Free time, activities, flashcards, teach basic needs. Beautiful. We'll do that. It'll be very nice. They're just going to hang out and just chill today. There's not really anything that I can do around here that would be... Because, like, they could go here and, like, mingle or even get, like, food and stuff, but I don't know. I'm afraid that Ember's going to, like, show up and be like, that's weird. I recognize you people. Why will she not do cards with this child? It's kind of driving me nuts. Well, can you tell her a story? Yeah, okay. Does that get your attention up? Yeah, it'll just drop in like 3 seconds anyways, though. Why is she talking about not getting married? Oh, and I said that when they got here, I was gonna change their clothes, so I do have to... She's gonna have to take some money out of her inventory to, pay to get a new outfit for Desiree before we get to there. But that's okay, we can definitely do that. Okay. Oh, I gotta put her little potty out. She's gonna need to make a stinky. Should I have her try and sell again? Maybe. Okay, let's put this out. Put some things on it. See if we can't sell a couple more things, just that way in case we get robbed or like anything like that. Oh, someone bought one of the mushrooms last time? Ooh-wee. I don't know how well selling on the like graveyard would work, but I'm gonna try it anyways. She is making the most noise possible going potty, so let's just close the door on her, the wall up, so I can't hear her anymore, because that's so gross. Oh my god, I can still hear her. Nasty little creature. Oh, she's done already? That was fast. We're just gonna try and sell something here. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll try. If it doesn't work, that's not a big deal, because they're kind of fine on money right now. It's not like they're hurting for money or anything. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna come over here. I mean, it makes sense. You're at a cemetery, girl. Like, read the room. I wonder if the one in Henford on Bagley will let us, because it's a wedding venue, not like generic or anything. We'll have to see if that one lets us. I don't think that one will either. But it's fine, because once we get to Nordhaven, all of this, or excuse me, on Darien, all of this she's gonna sell to them, like, I'll probably keep all this in my pocket, get them a plot of land, set it as a peasant land, and then the first time the trader comes through, I'll sell everything. Anything I can't sell, we'll sell to our pocket and tax. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and that, and that. We'll put this back in our pocket. We will get out the food. Where's the... Here we go. Open this up. Oh, the food rotted. Shoot. Okay. Do we have another fish we can cook? No. And I don't even think... Yes, we do have another fish we can cook, but there's nowhere to cook here. Let me see. Do they have like a little kitchen? No. Okay. Shoot. I didn't think this through. They're just gonna have to be hungry, because there's no grill here. Oh, actually, I did put a grill here, so I can have her come and grill. I forgot I did that. Come and grill a fried fish, please. And you, what are you up to? Okay, she's getting tired, so I'm gonna have her just come here. I don't know if she can, because there's some steps, but... plop this tent down right here. Okay. Come on. Oh, there you are. You're doing great, sweetie. Okay. Put that in the sink. Hopefully. There we go. Okay. Oh, she's going back through the building to go down some other stairs. She's walking right past the food. Grab a serving. Grab a serving. That's my bad, kiddo. I didn't realize she was going to finish so fast. You do have to eat before you can go to bed. And then you can... I know you're so tired. I know. It's awful. I'm a terrible guardian. She'll sleep and then... She really doesn't need to sleep yet, but... I don't have any ways to get her fun up on this plot. Because obviously, like, a cemetery is not meant to be fun. I mean, I guess she could probably come splash in the water, right? Yeah, and then I'll have her go to sleep after that. It's the best I can do, girl. Take it or leave it. All right. What is happening? Oh, hi. Is that... It is. Brant, what are you doing? He said, hey, I heard you thought I was handsome, so I'm just gonna follow you around. That was me, Brant, not her. Who's all out here? Nyan, Cletus, Olive, Dina, Nalani, and Paolo. I'm assuming that they're here to mourn because one of them was listed as a leader. But who knows? Okay, okay, so the baby is going to bed. And Elizabeth is going to go splash in the water for a little while to try and get her fun up. There you go, girl. You've got this. Isn't that so fun? Oh, look at you. I mean, it's not fun enough to really get you very far, but what is this? Bad after... Okay, yeah. Poorly made food. That's your fault. That's good. Your fun's gonna like get up to the yellow, so that's good at least. And then you're gonna go to bed. I'll speed through the night, and I will see you in the morning. All right, back at it again. It is 5 in the morning, the next morning. I'm gonna have them both get up and eat something. Good lord, this child is stinky. And then once they've both eaten and taken care of themselves a little bit, they will be moving on to the next town. Girl, you are stinky AF. I forgot that the swings that came with this pack move on their own, and it freaked me out the first time it happened. Oh, okay, yeah, we won't clean it then. Thank you for your help, ghost lady. They're complaining because the food is soggy. They're so dumb. Yeah, come on, you both need to eat because then we can move on to Headfront on Bagley. On the plus side, they aren't going to be out for much longer. Okay, so they're both done eating. I will meet you when we are in Henford on Bagley. Okay, so they are here. I decided nothing's really happening on this plot. Nothing's really going on here, but I did notice that some of my Heartwoods are here. So like, not that one. Up here, Bennett is practicing. Zelmira is over here, which is his wife, which we know Zelmira if you watch my Ultimate Decades challenge, because she is still alive, but Bennett has died. But I wanted to kind of zoom in because I mentioned when Percival aged up that he got his dad's luscious lips. But then you guys don't know Bennett, so you don't have any like reference. This is Bennett. And you can see he has those very poofy lips. They're gorgeous, 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 pillowy lips. And Zamira, that's Zelmira before all her babies, so she's quite skinny to start with. That she has nice lips too, actually. So, Percival got great genetics from his parents. Why are you getting negative? Oh gosh. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm probably just gonna speed through the day because it's raining on Headford on Bagley as per usual, so they're not gonna be able to do anything useful here. And I don't think that's gonna be very fun. I could just skip them right to the next town, but that also feels like kind of cheaty. Oh my goodness, Katarina! We've only ever seen her as Katarina Diego. She's not married yet in this one. It's too bad he was such a crappy person. Percival looks a lot like him, though. Like, a lot like him. Aw. But yeah, I will be back when I move them. Yeah, I'll be back when I get them moved. So I actually think I might rage quit in a second. So I was like, you know what? I'm not playing on Headford on Bagley. I can't handle it. There's too much rain. I'm sick of rain. Okay, well, I just loaded in Tondarian, and it's actually also raining here, so that's cool. I am going to have them become part of this household for a short amount of time, just to try and get them some friendship level. So I'm going to edit the girlies and put them into nice dresses. I'm going to take money out when I do that. I am going to then roll to see if they got robbed on their last leg here. And then I'm going to edit them to move them into the household to try and get them some friendship up. So I will be back when I have done all that. All right, just really quickly to go through what I did. I didn't want to give her a full-on like princess outfit because they are going to be peasants. So I gave her this one for her outfits, and then this one is her cold weather. So it's nicer than what she was in, but it's not fully. And then I just put, oops, sorry. I just put Elizabeth back in her dress. I figured this is going to look worn enough from their travels and from before that it's not gonna be too obvious that they are not originally peasants. But obviously, like, people fell in hard times all the time. And honestly, they're not even really gonna technically be peasants, just kind of lower class. But that's what she's looking like here. And I'm gonna go ahead and add them into the family. Actually, while I'm here, let's go ahead and roll the d20 to see if they got robbed this time. They did not. Okay, so I'm going to take out 150 of their simoleons once I get them. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do that now. See how much they have now, because then I have to take 100. No, I'm going to take 150 out for new dresses after they leave the Abrantes household. The Thebes, because the Thebes, I'm going to merge them in with the Thebes. And when they leave, I'm going to give them I'm going to write down that they had 660. That way, when they leave the Thebes, because the Thebes are going to give them enough money to buy a plot of land, and then what they have left from this is going to be what they have left. But I won't leave. I'll make sure I take the 150 for the dresses out of that. But let's merge them, because I think that'll automatically give them. I think this will automatically give them some friendship levels, like they'll have some relationship. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go into their household. I'm not going to play them too long in this household, of course, because I don't want them to actually be living there. But I need to probably, yeah, I'll probably load in there, save. This is probably going to end up being a really short video when I end up editing it, and it's been kind of all over the place, but I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pick a family from the Wintry pack, where that's where they can pick, that's where Ashton's going to be shipped off to, and then I'll pick a family in Gibby Point to stick Corey into, and I'll actually load into the family that Corey gets put into and have them adopt him. That way, as Princess Desiree is growing up, she is aware that the castle is just her shitty ass uncle. That way, she does think that her siblings are dead. I will be back when I finish loading in here. When I finish loading into pick a family Mount Komorabi and get Ashton all moved. Okay, so this is actually kind of crazy. So I sent Corey to a family in Sulani, and it's actually hilarious because, and I loaded in the Kings here. He did give them 10K. Who's holding him? Manuel. Okay, Manuel, do you have a wife? Let's see. Monica. I'm not on Monica. Am I? Oh, yes, I am. Okay. Manuel. Who do you have? Let's see. Oh, he's gonna be an elder soon. Okay, Manuel is married to. Ooh, I don't know what that feedback was. Sorry, I don't. Anyways, Manuel is more married to Luz, so they're gonna adopt Corey. They have a bunch of unknown kids. Is this Luz? Yes. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and click here, and let me see. Oh, he looks so sad. Okay, he's going to toddler care, adopt as care dependent, and then Luz is also going to go ahead and adopt him as a care dependent. So that won't add them to his family tree or anything, but that way they have this going on. Oh, she's part of the Cap dynasty. Oh no, she's not. She's married into the Cap dynasty. She allegedly has stepchildren, but they don't actually exist. They must have gotten cold at some point. But there we go. So there's Corey, and then I did put. This is where they're living. Okay. I don't care. I'm never gonna play them again. I did go ahead and put Ashton in to a family in Tamarang. I'm not gonna load into them because um just because I did not end up noticing that. Well, I did notice. So I put her in a family that's living in an apartment, and the apartments are still kind of busted from what I understand, so I don't want to load into it. But I will kind of just load it up and show you in manage. Here we go, manage households. Oh yeah, so I put them in with the Lin Sadia family because they have 2 boys. And with aging off, the parents aren't going to die as elders, but that way she can marry one of them, and then that will be that. But yeah, that's where they are. So he is alone now in this household. The little Heartwoods they're not really important to the save. And then currently they are with the Thebe household. I am going to pull them out of the Thebe household and they won't live there anymore. I just wanted it to get them some closeness back, but I am going to load into them for now because I want to save on them. Actually, let me go to Tartosa because I want to pick a lot in Tartosa that will be theirs. This is Tartosa. Because they're not going to live in Ondaria and they're going to move to Tartosa. And actually, ooh, this is a good one. So do I want them to live on the beach or do I want them to live in this tiny little lot up here? I think maybe this one because it's going to be more secluded and harder to get to. Whereas this is right on the land. So I think I'll probably go with this one. They're gonna buy this, so they need 2,570. It's also cheaper because I think that what I'm gonna have them do. So they have 2,600. They're going to give them enough to buy. When they leave, they're gonna give them enough to buy the plot of land, and then whatever they have left in their pockets was what they're gonna have left. So I'm saying that they had 666 in their pockets at the time. By the time they got here, however, I have to take 150 out of that for dresses. And then I have to roll. No, I already rolled when they got here to see if they got robbed, and they did not. I'm not going to roll again for them to get to Tartosa because I'm going to say that the queen, well, the Grand Duchess, Cordelia is going to send her guards with them to get them there. So I'm probably going to split them from the household, take the money, and then call that good. Like move them into that plot of land. That land is going to stay empty until they can afford to actually build on it. So whether that's them saving up enough for me to download a shell from the gallery that I can slowly start decorating or what have you, I'm not going to do that until they can afford to do it. So if they have to live in a tent for a little while, they'll live in a tent for a little while. I do have to figure out at some point, I'm definitely going to do it off the game, but at some point I have to figure out how much older I want the Thebe children to be than, like the toddler to be than Princess Princess Desiree because they were born first. That way I can go in and age them up. I do need to go through and figure out all of their ages in relation to Desiree at some point and put their age ups in the sheet because I haven't done that yet because every time I've loaded I've just been playing. But I'm gonna go ahead and end my recording here. I will move them into the lot and everything before I stop playing tonight. But it's already getting kind of late, so I don't want to keep recording and just yapping. It feels a little rushed, but I wanted to get in and actually like almost do a rags to riches in medieval times because they're gonna start with so little. Um, but that's kind of my goal. Maybe I won't even give them enough. Maybe I'll just give them 2,000 to move with. No, because if I take out the, I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe like, I don't know. I'll figure out how much I'm going to give them to move. And I'll let you know that when I get into the next video and stuff. But I needed them to have some friendship so that it wasn't as hard. I may even cheat it up a little bit and say that they lived here for like a couple of days. Maybe I won't move them until I'm ready to start the next episode. I don't really know. I am going to get them in here and like get their needs and stuff up. I'm going to try and get rid of Elizabeth's fear, like let her live here long enough that she can get rid of that. So I am going to leave this here. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.